Spooner, welcome to this Eye on Ike update.
Yeah, well, we have CBS 19's weather team certainly has been following this hurricane all through the night.
And joining us now with the latest is meteorologist Scott Fossey live from the Weather Center. Scott, what is Ike's exact location at the moment?
Lisa and Randy, Ike continues to move in a northerly direction. As we take a look at our Texas satellite radar composite view right now, we're finding Ike right along the Trinity, also Houston County line, continuing to push in a northerly direction at right around 16 to 18 miles per hour. Hurricane force winds right now are being experienced across the extreme southern sections of East Texas, Trinity County, Polk County, also up through sections of Angelina County. The leading edge of some of those hurricane force winds now, 65, even 70 mile per hour tropical force winds extending all the way up into Nacogdoches. Widespread power outages already occurring across this sector of East Texas. And as we zero in for a closer look, you'll notice how far north the outer bands, the feeder bands, now are extending. All the way up now into southeastern sections of Oklahoma, certainly impacting the Tyler, Longview, Jacksonville area as well. And also seeing torrential downpours across the southeastern sector of East Texas from as early as 5 o'clock this morning on. Jasper, Newton County, Sabine County, I'm certain they're seeing flash flooding occurring in these counties, and if not, will be soon. Obviously, we're still watching right here on the Houston-Trinity County line, the remnants of at least the north side now of the eye wall of Ike continuing to move in a northerly direction. Let's go ahead and take our CBS 19 NEXRAD regional Doppler source, and we'll give you an idea of where the heaviest rains are now occurring. Reporter Amanda Cost is now located in Anderson County. You've been hearing from her all morning long. Reports of a lot of wind damage in and around the Palestine vicinity. Scattered power outages over southern Anderson County near Elkhart as well. Heavy rains over this sector of East Texas. Have the remnants right now of the eye of Ike continue to move in a northerly direction. As we take the map source, let me give you an update on what's going on across East Texas in the way of watches around the area. Flash flood watch extending from the Red River Valley all through East Texas through tomorrow morning. And the tornado watch that was in effect until 10 o'clock this morning has been extended and redefined, enlarged, if you will, around the area. So from Mount Vernon down to Quitman to Tyler to Jacksonville to Lufkin and areas east of there in the northwestern and west central Louisiana. That tornado watch in effect until 7 o'clock this evening. Not uncommon. In fact, it's very common to see on the east and northeast side of that eye, any hurricane eye, to see tornadoes spun up through the viewing area, and we do expect that to possibly happen later today. Several tornado warnings earlier today in the Orange County area, also southeastern quadrant of our state, now into central Louisiana, and they're wrapping around in the northwesterly direction. The path for Ike later today, as it moves through Tyler, Longview, more than likely we're going to be experiencing 45 to 60, maybe even 65 mile per hour wind gusts. That occurring mainly between about 2 and 3 this afternoon. Then Ike moves in a northeasterly direction from Sulphur Springs to Mount Pleasant and finally up into southwestern Arkansas later today. Rainfall totals not out of the question, 4 to 8 inches. So Randy and Lisa, we can expect widespread power outages, heavy rain, and it's the calm before the storm for Tyler, Longview, Jacksonville, as we're seeing maximum wind gusts of around 30 miles per hour. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Scott. Certainly stay tuned for all the information that you need right here on CBS 19. Meanwhile, Hurricane Ike roared across the Texas coast early Saturday morning.
Residents of Houston endured a windy, rainy morning. Ike came ashore with winds of 110 miles per hour. It remained unclear before daybreak how many people may have perished as the worst of Ike was passing over the Houston-Galveston area. Thousands of homes and government buildings flooded, roads were washed out, and it's now reported that 4 million people at this time there are without power.
Of course, portions of Anderson County are already starting to see tropical storm force winds.
And within the next hour and a half or so, that eye of the storm is expected to pass over Palestine, and that's where we find CBS 19's Amanda Cost. Amanda, it looks like things are really starting to pick up down there.
They are, Lisa. You're so right. We've been here about 2 hours. And in that span, it's gone from 0 to 60. I'm standing like this to brace myself because there's been gusts of winds that could really just knock me over. Speaking of bracing yourself, yesterday all these people in these mobile homes received alerts on their door from the county telling them there's a voluntary evacuation to get out of here, to not ride this out because, well, look, right now this is why. Let me just show you guys what's been going on here to give you a wider view besides this mobile home park. If you look down this way, you can see these power lines. About an hour ago, I was looking over this direction, and I saw what looked like a huge explosion. One of these power lines just exploded, and emergency officials just want everyone to know, if you see that happen or if you see a down power line, do not go near it, because you know it could still be active. Just treat it as such. If you take a look at the road right here, we've seen so much just travel across this road. These heavy winds have been carrying everything down, sweeping across the roads, and we've been seeing traffic mostly just getting out of here, going the opposite direction. I'm going to tell you guys right now, it's picked up so quickly, I really think the worst is yet to come. Reporting live in Anderson County, I'm Amanda Kloss. Randy, Lisa, back to you.
And of course, the residents really just need to consider this as just a very severe storm, somewhat like a tornado. If you're in a manufactured home, mobile home, you need to find other places to go. We can tell you in Lufkin, 22,000 people are without power.
And Encore says they're not going to be able to get out to restore it until at least the storm passes through. We're talking probably about 5 or 6 this afternoon is what they're telling CBS 19.
Yeah, Charles Hill of Encore gave some great advice to people to turn on your porch light to let the electric companies know that your power's on or if it's off, which they can certainly get a gauge of what's going on there in your town.
Yep, absolutely. And just hunker down, of course, as you heard. Charles Hill was on early this morning. Scott also spoke with Larry Cranston. He said, if you don't have to get out in the storm, don't. Stay off the roads. It's going to be a powerful storm, one that probably this area hasn't either seen in a long time or ever seen.
Yeah, when you have 80-mile-an-hour winds, 70-mile-an-hour winds, I mean, it's pretty frightening when you're hearing that roar outside. Your house is shaking. Stay indoors, though. Hunker down, as Lisa said, and that's what you need to do. And as I mentioned, lots of massive power outages to deal with.
If you haven't lost power, go to our website, cbs19.tv. That's where you can find where Ike is heading. You can find its historical path, where it's come from. So be sure to log on. Of course, we'll have all of the updated information. If you're from the Beaumont area, we've got information for evacuees there. So log on to our website. We'll have everything there for you.
And a quick note here, if power goes out in Tyler, radio stations here you need to tune into KNUE 101.5, 93.1, 96.1, or 107.3 if power goes out in Tyler. That's
and you'll hear updates from Scott.
Yeah, turn on your radio. That's what you need to do.
Also tonight, CBS 19 will have a special 6 o'clock edition of CBS 19 Eyewitness News. Stay tuned to CBS 19 for the latest throughout the day. We will update you every half hour. And again, if you don't lose power, be sure to log on to cbs19.tv.
And we'll see you back here in the next half hour.